What's going on, everyone? Gormy here. Today I'm bringing you guys a 4-3-2-1 that I've tested out, and I was very surprised with the success that it had with the brand new databases with all the updated teams. Now, this tactic was brought to me by one of you guys, and let me tell you, this tactic is absolutely phenomenal, so I definitely suggest giving this a go either now at the end of FM21 or even using it in FM22, as this was tested with the FM22 database. Now, before we get into today's video, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys do happen to enjoy today's video. I'll be linking the tactic in the Discord link down below, so if you guys wish to download it, that is where it will be. Also, the set pieces that are going to be shown in this tactic, they will be linked to the tactic, so you don't have to worry about downloading them. But I will put the download link in the Discord as well. If you guys wish to have them for any save, you do. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. So here we are with the 4-3-2-1 tactic. We start with an advanced forward on attack with take more risks, shoot more often put on him. We got an advanced playmaker on support with stay wider added. We have a shadow striker on attack with shoot more often. Box to box midfielder on support with take more risks, dribble more, shoot less often. A deep line playmaker on defend with take more risks. A Mazzala on support with take more risks and shoot less often. A wingback with cross more often, crosses aimed at center, and dribble more. The other wingback has cross more often, crosses aimed at center, and dribble more as well. The central defenders were left as is, as you can see. And then the sweeper keeper on support was also left as is. We played with an attacking mentality. When we're in possession, we played fairly wide. Pass into space, overlap on the left and the right, and focus the play through the middle while playing out from the defense. We work the ball into the box and use low crosses. We run at the defense. We use slightly shorter passing directness and a slightly higher tempo. In transition, we counter-pressed, did not counter or hold shape. We distributed quickly and distributed to the defense, aka the fullbacks and the center backs, and we would take short kicks. Out of possession, we had a much higher line of engagement for the offense and a higher defensive line. We used the offside trap, used tighter marking, had more urgent pressing intensity, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and get stuck in. Now, with this tactic, with get stuck in on, you will concede some cards. You will get carded quite a bit. The way to avoid that is either put stay on feet or just take it off entirely and you will be fine. You'll still get cards from time to time, but nowhere near as often as keeping get stuck in on the tactic. Now, with the corner set pieces and the set pieces overall, we're using the elite corner set pieces and the elite set piece tactics, which will be part of this tactic when you download it. But like I said earlier, I will also be putting it in the Discord for you guys to download. But yeah, overall, this tactic did very, very solid. And let's get into what the teams did in the competitions. All right, so we tested it with 4 teams in England, 2 in the Prem, 1 in the Championship, 1 in Sky Bet League 1. And the 2 teams that we tested it with in the Premier League are Chelsea and West Ham. Chelsea missed out on winning the league by 4 points. They could have won it by 3 if they had scored way more goals, but Liverpool had a phenomenal season. And West Ham ended up finishing in a Europa Cup 2 spot. So, I mean, they'll definitely take that. Still Europe, and they still had a fairly solid season by finishing in 7th ahead of the likes of Leicester, Tottenham, and Everton. Now, Chelsea got knocked out in the quarterfinal by Man U in the Champions League, and then they ended up winning the FA Cup, but they were knocked out in the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup by Liverpool. So they did win the FA Cup, finish in 2nd. I think Chelsea fans will take that with how stacked the league is this season, but let's see what West Ham did. So West Ham in the Europa League got knocked out in the 2nd knockout round by Athletic Bilbao. Like I said, they qualified for the Euro Cup 2. They got knocked out in the 5th round by Chelsea in the FA Cup, and they got knocked out in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup by Liverpool. So they got knocked out by some pretty solid teams. Now, I do think that West Ham is a better team than Athletic Bilbao, but Athletic Bilbao always find a way to perform at a very high level. But getting into how they did for team overview and player overview, Chelsea were second in the league with most goals scored. They had 82. Most shots for Chelsea and West Ham both in. Same with few shots against. Few shots against, actually, Chelsea was in third and West Ham in fourth. Best pass completion, Chelsea had 89%, finishing in third. Basically tied joint second with Arsenal and Leeds. Most possession, Chelsea had 53%, coming in fourth. West Ham had the most tackles won throughout the league with 1,053, and then Chelsea had the second most with 1,030. Now, most dribbles made, West Ham were in with 161, whereas Chelsea were not in there. And then most shutouts, West Ham had 16, Chelsea had 13. West Ham finished in fourth, Chelsea in fifth. And then when it comes to fewest conceded, West Ham in fourth with 38 and Chelsea in fifth with 39. So, yes, a little bit leaky, but that is most likely due to using the offside trap. Now, getting into the player overview, we've got Romelu Lukaku leading the league in goals with 33. Next highest was Diogo Jota at 18, and then right after him was Mikel Antonio at 17 for West Ham. Most assists, Mason Mount led the league with 14. Love seeing that. Most shots in the league, Lukaku in second. Most player of the match performances, Lukaku is joint second with 7. And then in sixth was Kurt Zuma with 6. So that's absolutely awesome to see. We've got most key passes, which Mark Noble had 93. He finished in 8th. Best pass completion, Thiago Silva with 96% and Andreas Christensen with 95%. Most tackles won, Declan Rice with 176, and N'Golo Kante with 134, and Saul with 128. Now, most dribbles made, neither club had any players in, but overall West Ham were in it for the team overview portion. Alphonse Areola came in third for most shutouts with 16. Then fewest conceded. Kepa Arrizabalaga came in second with 19, and Edouard Mendy came in third with 20. So, as you can see there, Chelsea kind of split time between the two keepers. Don't blame them. Both very, very solid. And then in 8th, Alphonse Areola conceded 38. So, overall, teams did very, very solid. Now, let's see how they did overall throughout all competitions. All right, so goal-wise, Mikel Antonio with 25, Nikola Vlasic with 14, Kurt Zuma with 11, so we see why he did so well. Jared Bowen with 8, Mark Noble with 7, Issa Diop with 6, same with Manuel Lanzini, Declan Rice with 5. Then you got some contributors from everyone else. But assist-wise, I love seeing this. Aaron Cresswell, who played as the left back, had 20 assists on the season. That's absolutely phenomenal. Very, very good. He had the highest average rating out of everyone with a 7.44. Nikola Vlasic had 10 assists. Mark Noble with 9. Declan Rice with 7. Vladimir Kufal and Manuel Lanzini both with 6. Pablo Fornals with 5. And then you got people contributing everywhere else as well. So West Ham did very, very solid. Love seeing the assist number from the left back and the goal total from Mikel Antonio, as well as Kurt Zuma hitting double digits as the center back, who would be the main target on the corner set pieces and sometimes even on the elite set piece tactics. Now getting into Chelsea, Romelu Lukaku had 46 goals total on the season in 51 games, so that's absolutely awesome. Timo Werner had 13. He only started 4 games, but came on in 22, so 13 goals in that amount of games. Most definitely take from Timo Werner. Thiago Silva with 9, Mason Mount with 8, Ross Barkley had 7, Kai Havertz had 6, and N'Golo Kante with 5. Got a couple with 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then assist-wise, you got some big contributors. Mason Mount with 17 assists, Hakim Ziyech with 13. They kind of flip-flopped on one would play the advanced playmaker role, one would play the shadow striker role. They did very, very well from those two roles. You got Reece James with 12 assists from the right back position. Then you got Kai Havertz with 9, Ross Barkley and Mateo Kovacic with 8, Cesar Azpilicueta and Ben Chilwell with 7, Lukaku as a striker with 6, couple with 4, one with 2, couple with 1. So contributors everywhere. both teams did very, very solid in the Premier League. Wish that Chelsea could have done slightly better, come home with the Premier League trophy and a FA Cup, but it was not meant to be. Still will definitely take a second place finish in FA Cup. And West Ham, once again, in Europe. Not the Europa League like they wish they could be, but Europa League Conference they will most definitely take because it is still Europe. There is still some European competition prize money there to be had. But let's see what the team in the championship did with this tactic. All right, so here we are with the championship club, and that championship club that we tested with was Swansea City, which just so happens to be the club that I support. Absolutely love this team, and I love seeing that they went up through the Sky Bet Championship playoffs to get back up to the Prem, and they were runners-up in the Carabao Cup. So they got to the final and lost 1-0 to Liverpool. So they did very, very solid for themselves with this tactic and in this test overall. Now, getting into how they did in the team overview portion, they finished in fourth with most goals. They had 75 goals on the season. Most shots for, they were in third. Few shots against in sixth. Best pass completion, they were in fourth with 86%. Most possession in fifth with 54%. Most tackles won in second with 1,139. You got most dribbles made. They came in first with 201. Love seeing that. Most shutouts, they came in joint second with 21. And then they were in fourth with fewest conceded with 44. Once again, I feel the reason why these teams are letting up over 35 goals is due to the not offside, but trying to get the teams to go offside. So if you want to take that off, I'm sure you would concede a little bit less, but make sure that you have an elite level defense to make sure that no matter what, you are conceding fewer and fewer goals every season. But getting into the player overview, most goals, Michael Obafemi came in second with 19. Love seeing that with that new signing. Most assists, Matt Grimes joint third with 14. Most shots, we are not in. Most player of the matches, though, however, we are, and we have 3 players there. Reece Williams and Matt Grimes joint second with Harry Wilson, as they all have 6, and then Jan Donda joint 5th with 5. Now, most key passes, Matt Grimes had 155. He came in third. Best pass completion, Reece Williams and Ryan Bennett, the center backs. Reece Williams with 94%. Ryan Bennett with 93%. Most tackles won, Matt Grimes with 189. He came in second. Most dribbles made, Ethan Laird, the loanee from Man United, with 43 dribbles made. That's absolutely phenomenal seeing at such a young age of 19. Then you've got most shutouts. So you got Ben Hammer, who was the main goalkeeper for Swansea in this tactic test. He came in second with 22 clean sheets. That's absolutely awesome. And then fewest conceded, we were not in. So like I said, if you were trying to reduce the amount of goals there, I would definitely try and take the offside part off so that you can try and be a little bit more stronger in the back and make sure that everyone is in line together. But getting into the squad and how they did overall, Michael Obafemi with 24 goals overall. Jan Donda with 11. You got Matt Grimes and Reece Williams both with 7. Oliver Incham and Morgan Whitaker. I think it's Incham, or we're calling him Olivier. Yeah, Olivier with 6 and Morgan Whitaker with 6 as well. You got Jamie Patterson, Ryan Bennett with 5, one with 3, couple with 2, couple with 1. So contributors everywhere once again. And then you got Matt Grimes with 16 assists on the season overall. Jan Donda with 9, Ryan Manning and Liam Walsh with 8. Absolutely love Ryan Manning, so I love seeing that. You got Jamie Patterson with 5, Olivier with 4, same with Ryan Bennett and Jake Bidwell and Kyle Naughton. You got Morgan Whitaker with 3, same with Ethan Laird, couple with 2 as well. So overall, team did very, very solid. Highest average rating was Reece Williams, who was on loan from Liverpool, so love seeing him make an impact like that. But next highest was Mr. Matt Grimes, the captain of the Swans, with a 7.22, and he played very, very solid. So absolutely love seeing that they ended up going up through the playoffs Now, they did end up finishing, let me get to the league table. They finished in 6th. So they were the last playoff spot, and they ended up going up over everyone else. So that's absolutely awesome that we have a club that ended up going up from the championship, and in a big way by also getting to the Carabao Cup final against Liverpool and only losing 1-0. But now let's get into the club in Sky Bet League 1. All right, so in Sky Bet League 1, we ended up testing it with Sunderland. They ended up getting into the playoffs, but they were not meant to be and going back up to the Sky Bet Championship on their journey to trying to get back to the Premier League. So they finished in 4th, got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs, but it is all right because overall the team performed pretty well. They were not in most goals over the season. Most shots for it, they were in 2nd. Fewest shots against, they were also in 2nd. Best pass completion, they were in 5th with 87%. Most possession in 3rd with 55%. Most tackles won, they were not in. Most dribbles made, however, they were. They were in 3rd with 147. Most shutouts, they were in 2nd, joint with Doncaster with 23. And then they let in the fewest goals during the season, so their problem was scoring. They had a very solid defense compared to everyone else, but they just could not get the job done up front. Now, player overview-wise, no one was in for goals, but Alex Pritchard had 18 assists. He came in first. Most shots, we've got one in there. R. Bennett, Chamajli. That is a challenging name. Most player of the match performances was Alex Pritchard with 12 man of the match performances. You got most key passes, once again, Alex Pritchard with 224. Best pass completion, Dan Neal with 93%. Most tackles won, Carl Winchester with 174 coming in first. Most dribbles made, Dennis Churkin with 30 coming in 6th. Most shutouts, you've got joint 3 at the top for first, and Ron Thorben Hoffman with 23 shutouts. Then fewest conceded, Ron Thorben Hoffman in 7th with 34 conceded. Now, getting into the squad, this is what I mean. Wish they could have scored more, but, I mean, if we were able to make signings, probably could have. But Ross Stewart with 13 goals, Aiden O'Brien and Alex Pritchard both with 11, so Aiden Pritchard had a very solid season. Chamajli with 7. Luke O'Neill. They have some challenging names on this team, but he had 5. Elliot Embleton with 5. Carl Winchester with 4. Same with Corey Evans. Couple with 3, one with 2, couple with 1. Then you've got assist-wise, Alex Pritchard not only with 11 goals, but 21 assists on the season. So that is absolutely phenomenal. Corey Evans with 7 assists. Leon Djaku with 6. Dan Neal, Dennis Chirkin, Lyndon Gooch, all with 4. Then you got a couple with 3, couple with 2, and a couple with 1. So overall, Sunderland performed pretty solid. Only thing that I think would have helped them is a bigger goal-scoring threat in the side, and if so, they're going up. But yeah, overall, all these teams performed pretty well. So now we are going to check out how the tactic does in game. right, so that does it for the 4-3-2-1 tactic here today. Hope you guys did enjoy. Absolutely loved how it looked in game, and especially on those corner set pieces, really shows how well they work. But yeah, if you guys did happen to enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.